Well, hello, good morning. This is Victor Perez from Pharr Economic Development Corporation. Hey, Vic, how are you? Thank you for having us.
I'm glad to be here today, and again, thank you all for the invitation.
Thank you, Vic. Well, we're going to host an event in Los Angeles, California on 6th of October, and you're invited to a keynote speaker for the event. And the event is going to be about nearshoring industrial parks and real estate developments in the south of Texas, and particularly RGV, Texas. So what can you tell us? What is Pharr Economic Development doing to attract investment?
And so, we, as you all know, our cold storage facilities, we had a park of 100-acre park, cold storage facility. We sold all the lots. We have a lot of construction going on. There's still some more construction to come in, but not only that, we have several investors coming in right off the produce park, where we're going to do some more dry and cold storage facilities. Right now, we have a project going on, Decal, which they're doing 1 million square feet of warehousing. Next to that, we have Majestic. We finally, I think, going to sign that agreement, and we're going to move forward. So Majestic is what their investment would be. First of all, 1 million square feet of warehouse. Second phase would be another 5 million, and so at the end of the day, phase 3 would be a total of 7 million warehouse, cold and dry storage square footage. So we're talking a good project, and after that, we have another project that also we already had talked to them about, but we needed Majestic to come in because it ties up with the infrastructure and everything going on east of Pharr. And so that's another project too as well. The landowners want to invest. They want to be doing the same thing that's happening out there, as you all know, because of the bridge expansion of the bridge, another 4 lanes, another bridge. We got to provide, all the storages, and we got to, be prepared, right? Somebody in my office said that, Mr. Perez, there's a tsunami coming. I said, yeah, I see it. So we got to be ready.
Okay. Vic, against California, comparing with California, what's going on in Pharr and all this area in RGV, Rio Grande Valley?
Yeah, and so when we go out and we just did a cumbre, our first Pharr EDC cumbre in Monterrey. Right. Before that, I had gone to a manufacturing expo in Monterrey, and so one thing that I'm thinking, Raimundo, is that a couple of years ago I had about 7 mayors from different communities in Mexico, Veracruz, Aguascalientes, and then after they left, I had another group come in, about 3 to 4 mayors, and I keep hearing the same thing, right? We have a lot of people want to invest, but they don't know where to go to. And so one of the things that I said to myself is like, I know that they have problems maybe coming over here. So guess what? We're going to go over there. So we went to Monterrey with their first, small business summit. Right. And it was a success. We had there wasn't a seat available, and so we started small. We thought we were just going to do a couple of people, but ended up people wanted to go, and there were some people that got left out. And so when we came back is that I had calls, we have had emails, we had people come into my office from that summit, wanting more information, wanting to do that. So I have a project that I'm working on where I'm going to address all those issues. Any investors that from Mexico or Canada or in South America, that they come in and they're going to be able to come here, and this is where we're going to have a one-stop shop, right? And that's part of all that, what I'm doing. We're going to Monterrey, and we're going to Mexico City in October. And so same thing from here. When we were there in Monterrey, I had calls from Mexico City, and they said, you need to come to Mexico City, you need to do one over here. Some reporters called me, and I gave an interview. So all these things that are happening, one thing that I said to myself is like, they're not going to be able to come to us, we're going to go to them. And that's what we're doing here. And it's been very effective. We've already, like I said earlier, we have people that already came by to our office, 3 or 4 developers that want to develop, they want to invest here. And then we have a lot of emails that we are responding and setting dates. And so this other one that's coming in is going to, and somebody told me, so let me share a little bit about the percentage. We had bankers, CPAs, we had attorneys, we have attorneys for immigration from Houston, we had brokers, logistics brokers, and so those were my panel. They were up there with me, and believe me, I had never seen people with so many questions, you know, and these people were experts. Well, that's why we invited them. At first, when I sent the invite out, I said, you know what, they're gonna probably wanna say, you know what, I don't know where we're gonna go, but we can do virtual. They all went there. We all had a face-to-face, you know, panel. I was excited to see it because that showed me the commitment that they wanted to be part of this, and the commitment that they were going to be, you know, part of this small business summit. So it was a great deal. And right now we're getting, like I said, we're getting calls. We're talking to people via email, and so they already want to know about the one in Mexico City. And we need to continue. We already committed. I'm already committed to go back to Monterrey because, as you know, Monterrey, we're talking about nearshoring. They're going to be one. The Estado de Nuevo León is going to one that's going to really benefit. Right, that's what we're hearing with the nearshoring and all the, you know, that's coming from China and all the investors. And I think when I went to the summit for the manufacturing, the governor was there, and the governor said that they were going to inject another $50-some million in infrastructure because of the nearshoring. And I think they're already communicating with some of those companies. I think they're already there. You know, that's why when you commit that type of infrastructure, that type of amount, is because you know something, right? And they communicate to you, or you know something that's going to come. So, yeah.
Hey, Vic, have you seen any? A lot has been said about the U.S. commercial China war, and on that regards, have you seen a lot of movement recently from China to this area for the nearshoring that you were mentioning between the border, the U.S. border and Mexican border? Many Chinese companies coming looking for spaces, or what have you seen?
Well, you know, I've seen some. I've heard a lot, you know, and so I heard just a couple of days ago that those Chinese are coming in and buying avocado plants, ranches and so forth, you know, factories in Mexico. And the reason I'm saying that because one of the municipalities that was there in Monterrey was a mayor from City of Pharr, Michoacán. Y me invitó que fuera, ¿verdad? He invited me to go and then wants me to take some of my staff, but they're having a festival there that they celebrate every August 17th, I think it is. And he mentioned about all the crops and everything that's being harvested there. And very interesting, very interesting. And I kind of said, you know what, yes, I'm willing to go out there. Please send me all the information and so forth. But one of the things that I heard is that this Chinese were already starting to buy all these farms, avocado farms and other type of farms, because they're I guess what's happening in China, they're gonna have to come somewhere and do something. So I heard that. On the US side, I know the governor at one time heard through his staff, his office, that, you know, these Chinese are gonna probably want to start coming to Texas again because the proximity to the border and to Mexico. And that they were concerned with, you know, the Chinese coming in and taking over and buying all this land. So they were going to do a task force and see what they could come up with and try to limit what they're going to purchase or be able to purchase land in the state of Texas. So there's a lot of things that are popping up here and there, but and then I probably believe that because, you know, the Chinese no longer going to be in the play with doing any of the you know, exporting of goods and so forth like it was in the past.
Right. Maybe if I were an investor and I want to locate in Pharr and approach the economic development with you and your team, what are you gonna offer me to locate against Laredo or California or somewhere else? What can I expect?
Well, I'll tell you what, you can expect a good quality service and added value to our incentive agreements. So let me share a little bit. So we have the land, right? We have a good relationship with the landowners, and right now we have good incentives. And I'm telling you because I know what the other EDOs offer in incentives and other municipalities. We're very generous. We're very generous compared to the other municipalities, and I guess that's one of the things that keeps driving us and people calling us. Let me share a story. I had someone come in and want to invest in a entertainment, you know, venue, and it's a big venue. I think he was talking about $28 million investment and so forth. And he came over and we talked, and he shared with me his business plan, what he was thinking. Of course, he asked about incentives, and And I told him, I need your business plan. I need to have everything before I can even commit to anything. But first of all, you need to let me know what your investment is, job creation, property tax, sales tax, and so forth. And I need to know that before I can even commit. He goes, no, I understand. So he goes, I'm shopping around. I'm going to go look for a couple of municipalities. I'm going to go somewhere else and do that. Yes, sir. And if you ever need anything else, I'm here for you. So
Sure.
I think 6 months, 8 months went by, and he was back in my office the other day. And he said, well, I'm back here. Just want to see if we still can look for a piece of land for us and all that. And I said, well, did you go and visit with other people? He goes, yeah, I did. But one offered me 8 acres, but it's not what I wanted. Okay. The other one said he would help me, but never gave me an amount and said, well, we'll see what happens. What do you mean we'll see what happens? And so, so I said, okay. So we're back and we're here. So we're working to deal with him. We're trying to find him the piece of land he wants. But see, this is what I'm talking about. So here we offer great incentives. We do anything in infrastructure. We do landscaping, signage. We, job creation, and so property tax abatement. So we offer a lot. That's why we are where we are right now, and that's why so many people. And believe me, Raimundo and the rest of the individuals, is that it's a good thing. Believe me, I am so busy that sometimes I say, oh, what's going on here, but I know what's going on, but it's just, and I have a great staff here that very supportive. They're experts in what they're doing. We have a great leadership in the mayor and the city council, very visionary, hands-on, and very active. They're very proactive. We do things and then we don't hesitate. If it's a good deal, and we always treat everybody equally, it's always a win-win for everyone. The investor wins and we win, and it's a win-win situation. So when you work like that and do things like that in that manner, you're bound to be very successful. So,
can you tell us about the growth on the last 5 years on the area? Some information about the growth in Pharr and all the area. What has been the impact?
Yeah, Raimundo. I mean, I'm born and raised here. I'm originally from Pharr, Raimundo, and and I never expected Pharr to be what it is right now. I never in my life did I think that Pharr is what it is, right? But one of the things that I've seen the growth is here in Pharr, 25% growth. And now from California, people are coming to invest. I know we had some investors that were they developed some property, residential properties, and then right now we have all of them have sold their properties. I think one investor did 3 phases. He's on his 2nd phase, already sold his first 2 phases, and all the lots he had, homes have been built. There's 2 other developers that are coming into town, north side of Pharr, and so expect more growth. And the North Pharr, not only we talked about South Pharr and all the warehouses and everything is coming in, but on the north side of Pharr, we're doing a lot of development. Some restaurants we're going to be announcing those pretty soon. Some more hospitality, some more restaurants coming in, high-end restaurants new to the market. That's another thing that Pharr is being known as new, the place to come in the valley is to bring your new business that is not existing here in the valley. So it's a first market. And it's good to hear that because we get those calls that we want to be the first ones to come in, but we want to be in Pharr. So we're working on that too as well.
Okay, Vic, amazing. Anything that you want to point out, that you want to mention that in the interview?
Well, one of the things too that I was talking to this morning, we had a little partnership with the SBA, Small Business Administration, where we did a grant program, and we're doing all this, different type of programs and trying to help our business community, trying to help our region as well. Because when we went to Monterrey, somebody told me, you just didn't promote Pharr. You're promoting the whole region, Victor. And I said, I understand that. That's true because, it's not just about Pharr, but, here we're doing all this partnership. And one of the things that the mayor is very good at is, doing partnerships, building partnerships and having relationships. This is how we get things done. We don't do it on our own. We're not Pharr the only, we need help from everyone, and we invite everyone that wants to be part of this growth, wants to be part of the city of Pharr and its development and its successes. We invite people. We're not gonna do it ourselves. We can't do it ourselves. We have partnership with the university, the college, STC College, RGV College, Small Business Administration, Texas Department of Human Resource, Texas Department of Commerce, and so those are our partners, and that's how we get all these things done. It's not just about us, but about, you know, the partnership we have.
Okay. Well, Victor, thank you very much for the time, for the information. What we would like to do is share some information below on the links that you can provide to the people, to the investors, so they can review. Okay.
Sure.
Thank you very much, Vic.
Thank you. Thank you. Great.